Hi, I'm Samantha DiGennaro. Feel free to call me Sam. And at the moment, we are putting our content offering on steroids. We will now be able to ideate, create, and produce. I was in a role at JWT, J. Walter Thompson, running global corporate communications. And I loved my boss, Bob Jeffrey, who was the global CEO. But I just didn't feel like my career was advancing in the same ways or in the ways that I would have liked. So I started interviewing. And as I was interviewing, I had this sort of eureka moment where I thought, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I like the concept of independence and flexibility. Let me flip the conversation and talk to these executives who are interviewing me about the possibility of, hey, by the way, if I decide to go out on my own, would you ever consider coming on as a launch client? And two agencies that I was interviewing at fit. And all of a sudden I was like, whoa, I've got two potential launch clients. And I offered to write a proposal for each of them. They each told me that they were interested in hiring me. And with that, I moved on from JWT and started my business. We want to continue with high-level content, we've always done content in the form of written content, creating bylined articles, creating speeches. We are putting our content offering on steroids. We will now be able to ideate, create, and produce video series for our clients. We'll be able to create video series, podcasts, book ghostwriting, so under editorial services, and a lot more social content with digital assets attached to our social content. This past year has been the hardest year of my adult life. The brain surgery, which my friends and my family laugh when I say, oh, it was routine brain surgery. They're like, what brain surgery is routine? But anyhow, the brain surgery that was scheduled as routine brain surgery went over well, but I ended up having complications, pretty severe complications. I ended up needing another 4 surgeries for a total of 5 brain surgeries in a 6-week period. Thereafter, I ended up in the hospital 6 weeks unexpectedly. And my team at DGC, my executive team, but the entire company stepped up. Talk about like jumping in for business continuity. They stepped up. They ran that business in my absence. I thought I was going to be out a couple weeks, and I ended up being in the hospital 6 weeks, but then my recovery was much longer. I ended up on a 10-month medical leave. I'm happy to say I am back and I'm in full force, and my hair used to be long and beautiful, and I'm now getting used to, in one of the emergency surgeries, I came out with a shaved head. So I'm growing the hair back in and just getting used to the new me and the identity that goes with something that's such a drastic, unexpected physical change. But boy, the power of having built a culture where we really are team and where we care about each other and where empathy and kindness and teamwork and collaboration and getting each other's backs are, just at the core of who we are. And I believe in my heart of hearts, we hire the creme de la creme of talent in the industry. We have a solid, amazing team that I'm incredibly proud of and thankful for, because it takes a village.